In today's modern age, social media has played an increasingly important role in how teens develop. Constantly being online in such transformative years can affect how teens view themselves and what behaviors they adopt, whether it be for better or for worse. Good evening, my name is Alejandro Rubio, and these are my fellow team members, Kevin Wagner, Robin Pingle, and Mariana Guerrero. Today, we'll be going over how the usage of social media impacts the social norms of beauty amongst different high school genders in the United States.
To illustrate, Maddie McGowan, a teen herself, states, "There is always an unspoken feeling you need to be better than other people, and that creates a negative environment." Currently on social media, the majority of posts make users appear to be perfect, and so when posting, teens can only afford to show perfection. And while some may be inspired by these posts and strive to better themselves, holding themselves to such unreachable standards can only create impossible expectations of themselves, reinforcing this unattainable standard of perfection. And this constant need to be what is considered beautiful at the time can create rivalry among users, causing teens to feel as though they are deficient in some way if they don't meet the standard that everyone else seems to achieve. 45% of teens claim to be online almost constantly, meaning that a majority of their time is spent viewing, sharing, or posting content, most of this content being edited or touched up. And clinical psychologist Dr. Ramani Durvasula states, "The more people look at doctored images, the more likely they are to actually start seeking out cosmetic procedures at younger ages." Teens spending so much time online can have damaging effects on their self-image and their mental health overall. And the issue isn't with editing content, but the issue is that editing content has become the new norm. And so when teens post an overall raw or natural post of themselves, it is seen as something different or something bold, when the teen is just being themselves. And so this gives teens the assumption that truly being themselves is something not normal or something even brave.
Further reinforcing Mariana's claims, almost everything on social media is not as real as it may seem. Every photo, video, or story that you see posted online had to be posted by somebody, and that somebody, more likely than not, shows only the best of their images to share, projecting only the best of themselves to the online world. While it might not seem like a big deal, anyone who sees those images could believe that the person who posted it really is just as perfect as in those images, even when they aren't. Teens may try to compare their imperfect lives to the perfect ones they see online and try to become someone that they aren't, resulting in sprouting personality disorders, body image issues, and various social disorders such as social anxiety. According to Herring Susans, Teens, Gender, and Self-Presentation in Social Media, they select teens and young adults pay special attention to photographs they select for their profiles. Teenagers' main criterion for choosing profile photographs is a belief that they look good in them. The excerpt shows that teens on social media choose the best images of themselves to post online. This allows them to project a false image of themselves on social media, making themselves to be perfect online, whereas they might not be as perfect in reality. When they aren't faking their lives online, they are becoming someone that they aren't in real life, which can negatively impact the way that they see themselves in real life. This is a major issue that social media projects regarding social standards of beauty and presentation.
Additionally, from a scientific standpoint, many organisms, including humans, crave validation. According to psychologists, this behavior is in our nature. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, esteem is the fourth level. This level is classified as the need for confidence, achievement, respect of others, and most importantly in this context, respect by others. With that being said, in today's world, people constantly try to fit into society's standards, in this case of beauty, in order to feel accepted. How does that relate to social media and teenagers? Well, online, influencers and companies often promote products and lifestyles that glamorize society's beauty ideals. For example, the sugar bear hair vitamins that many celebrities, including Kylie Jenner and Vanessa Hudgens, advertise on their social media platforms. As more of these popular influencers rave about this product, the more people buy, or at least consider buying it. Furthermore, teens are more easily influenced compared to other age groups. So when they're on social media and come across their favorite celebrities promoting a product that could make them more beautiful or enhance their features, they're more likely to want and/or buy it. In the overall scientific sense, the stress of constantly living up to these expectations can create a negative headspace and a lot of mental pressure.
Furthermore, social media has been noted to be a catalyst for several rising issues in today's society. And although social media can be essentially an escape from reality or from the stress of school for teenagers, social platforms have been noticed to have largely negative impacts on its teenage users. For instance, recent data from the CDC and the Child Mind Institute show that over 9% of teenagers suffer from social anxiety, compared to only 5.3% in 2003. This percentage, however, is without taking into account the undiagnosed cases of anxiety amongst teenagers, which are perceived to be considerably higher since, according to a Pew Research Center study, over 70% of teenagers believe that anxiety and depression are major issues among their peers and community. In fact, according to another study, a considerable amount of teenagers who took part in it reported feeling an obsession over how many likes they received in social media, as they believed that these were an indicator of how beautiful they looked. This illustrates essentially one of many ways that social media can lead to increased anxiety levels, as well as feelings of insecurity amongst teenagers who feel as if they need to look perfect in order to, in a way, be praised by modern society. Moreover, it must be noted that these elevated levels of anxiety and insecurity in teenagers can develop into more serious conditions such as anorexia and bulimia, conditions that end up damaging teenagers' mental and physical well-being. This can be seen in a study that shows that over 50% of teenage girls and 30% of teenage boys take part in unhealthy weight control techniques like fasting, smoking, vomiting, and the consumption of laxatives. This is essentially explained by yet another study that shows that increased social media usage amongst teenagers will end up leading to behaviors of social comparison, where teenagers feel that they need to attain a specific physique that is perceived by others as perfect or ideal. And when they feel like they haven't attained such physique, they develop strong feelings of inadequacy and body dissatisfaction. These studies, along with several others, show why cases of eating disorders are being seen increasingly in teenagers who continue to suffer from the negative consequences of social platforms.
To conclude, the diffusion of social media has given a rise to a variety of concerns regarding the use of social media amongst teenagers. These concerns revolve around the topic of modern beauty standards and what physique or look is considered ideal or perfect due to the influence of social media. This causes teenagers to have many issues, including online authenticity, mental pressures, and eating disorders. Thank you.